Hello friends and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be checking out something called the Pyramid Gate by developer Strange Think. It is a very cool and very surreal lo-fi first-person exploration game and one that I think you guys are going to get quite a kick out of. It was designed in just 24 hours for something called the low-res jam, and when you see the visuals, well, you'll understand pretty quickly why that is an appropriate place for it to have come from. So I'm going to click in here, just be aware, it's going to look like a mosaic. There's nothing wrong, this is just the aesthetic of the game, and it's rather unique. So let's give it a look, shall we? So in we go. I just want to kind of let you take this in for a moment. We've got some pyramids off in the distance, seem to be, you know, purplish and turquoise, and then of course the background seems to have some sort of a pink lava lamp effect, or it sort of almost looks like something you'd see through a microscope off in the distance. And then on the ground, you got this jaggy zigzag pattern, which is kind of an interesting texture to see as it dithers away to almost nothing. Well, maybe dithers isn't the right word, but, you know, basically the detail of it turns into just basically nothing. It's just one pixel that essentially turns into the horizon line. So let's wander around, shall we, and see what we can find in the Pyramid Gate. There's also some pretty creepy music playing in the background. I should say more of like a pad or some sort of ambient, just ambience, honestly. So this pyramid seemed to have produced some sort of a toolbar or some sort of a thing I can click on and interact with. Uh-oh. That's bad news, isn't it? Okay, so I clicked on it, and it went away, and I don't know what that means, because, oh god. I don't know what's going on here. There's a change in the ambience. Things certainly got a little bit more sinister than they were a moment ago, and now there seems to be some sort of figures or something. I'm not... Kind of one of the magical things about having a game that's this low res is that you can't exactly tell what you're looking at half the time, and it sort of lets your mind play some tricks on you, which kind of takes me back to that game. I think it was called Lasting that I played a long time ago. It was a very lo-fi looking horror game, a first-person horror game, and things were just very shady and dark and staticky, and there was like a figure that was chasing me around from room to room, and it was procedurally generated, so there really wasn't a good sense of space in that game. So all of those things piled together to make things feel very claustrophobic, and I'm getting a similar situation here, although not quite as badly, because obviously the tempo and the ambience is very different, a little bit more uplifting here. But the pyramid seems to be producing some sort of a light ray into the sky like a beacon, and I don't know if that's good or bad, but we're going to try and replicate our effects by doing that again with this one. Okay, I hit the button, it looks like a light's changed, and it is now blue. I thought it was blinking, but I think it's just because I'm moving around. Uh-oh. The music's quiet again. And now we've got another beacon, and that's going to... Oh, what's going on off in the distance over here? There seems to be a sphere rising from the ground, and it is totally reminding me of Gantz. Really cool manga and anime, if you haven't seen it. Very, very disturbing, and definitely, like, oriented towards the 18-plus crowd, but it is very similar in execution to this big, shiny black ball, I guess. Well, I don't know if it's really shiny, but the color scheme sort of says that to me. So there's still another pyramid over here, which makes me wonder what's going to happen if I click on it. I just want to kind of look around, though, just for one quick second to see if there's anything over here in the distance, or if there's maybe a wall that I can reach by wandering in this direction. Oh, the end of the universe, apparently. Okay, I wasn't sure if there would be such a thing, but I had to confirm it for myself, and I'm going to guess this is just going to terminate on all sides. Alright, so we seem to be standing on one big zigzaggy zebra-striped platform, and has 3 pyramids and 1 large orb or ball. So let's see if this last pyramid does anything for us. I'm not also sure what's going on over here. There seems to be some sort of shards coming out of the ground as well. And a very creepy, whining, almost saw-like sound going off in the distance there. I don't quite know where that's coming from, but I am using my headphones, and it does seem to be stereo positionally located, possibly inside of that pyramid? I can't quite tell. So let's hit some more buttons at random here, because I don't honestly know at all what I'm doing when I'm clicking on these. No success? Okay, I guess maybe just like one of the buttons is the correct one, so maybe things are different if you click on it the first time and get it right, so maybe it's worth playing through multiple times to see if you can get the first and correct one, and maybe something will change if that's the case. I don't honestly know, but it looks like we've opened up a portal, which I'm going to assume is the Pyramid Gate. And that's as a result of us having clicked on all of the beacons now on all of the pyramids. And I'm just making sure there's not anything else to explore here before we head into that door, which I have a feeling is probably going to end the game for us. That's just kind of the nature of things made in 24 hours, but we'll see. So let's get over there. It doesn't seem like there is anything else, but I have to say, this is super creepy and really exciting at the same time, and reminds me a little bit of, like, what would a game in first person look like if you were trying to design it for, like, the Game Boy Advance or something. And I think particularly of, like, Doom, which I'm pretty sure they did actually make for GBA, and it looked pretty similar to this, only this is designed that way for artistic license, and Doom was designed that way out of necessity. Alright, so it looks like since we've gone through that door, we now have the polar opposite pyramid that we had in the original part of the game. When we first booted it up, there was one that was flipped, you know, facing upward, and it was black in the background. I think it was white, unless it was gray or something like that. So I guess we've transcended the Pyramid Gate to the Dark World. It's kind of freaky, isn't it? And this also, the pit reminds me a little bit like we're playing E.T. for Atari 2600 or something, but I think that's a bit tangential. Anyway, it looks like that's about all that there is to go on. And clicking this pyramid doesn't seem to yield anything, so it looks like that's about it. I would love to see a lot more of this. If there was, for some reason, some other place that led, just the really very surreal presentation of this, and the fact that things are just really a little bit out of reach. You can't quite make them out from a distance at all, and they sort of come in this sort of proximity-based location to your characters. You walk up to them. I think that's a really cool way to kind of catch your player off guard. Because you're so used to being able to see things off at a distance, and you want really crispy, beautiful graphics, and everything should be sharp. This goes about as far in the opposite direction as you can have, with still some sort of semblance of being able to understand and facilitate movement with your character, which is kind of important if you're going to make a first-person game, I would say. So the Pyramid Gate gets a big thumbs up from me. I guess I just wish it was longer, but, you know, that's kind of the way it is with a lot of these things. So A+ for the developer. Love to see more. Anyway, if you'd like to check this out yourself, link's going to be right in the description. You can feel free to go download it yourself. I think there might also be a browser link if you'd like to play it right in your browser without even downloading it. And of course, while you're in the description, if you'd like, check out some of my other social media links. I've got stuff like my Facebook and my Twitter, and of course my website, indie-impressions.com, where every episode of Indie Impressions gets aggregated and sorted, so you can go check out different tags to search specific types of games, or if you want to just check free games or browser games or anything like that. So give it a shot, see if you like anything, and be sure to come back again tomorrow, because I have a new episode of Indie Impressions going up every single day. If you like what you see, consider leaving a like on it. It helps me out quite a bit. And of course, if you're finding yourself here quite a bit, also helps me a lot to subscribe, but that is entirely up to you. So I will hopefully see you all tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and have a fantastic night. Talk to you later.